Well, I'd like to welcome you to Lesson 6, and I realize for some of you who are listening to this particular video, my voice sounds like I'm in a tin can, and I'm not quite sure why that's happening. I'm going to be working with the audio controls, and so for those of you who are listening, I just want you to know that I'm definitely working on the sound quality here. Let's jump right into this Lesson 6. We're going to be talking about Google Slides. I'm here at the home page, and you can get to Google Documents or Google Slides or Google Drive by typing docs.google.com. Some of you know this, some of you don't. Or you can type in drive.google.com. There's a variety of ways to get to the same place, but I always like to type in gmail.com. That is because if you're flying in an airplane, you have a cockpit, and Gmail for me is kind of like the main dashboard. And because if you share documents, basically an email gets sent out. If someone shares a document with you, an email comes your way. And so, of course, you can view a notification that someone's sharing a document with you in a different way than just Gmail, but I like going straight to Gmail. So I'm going to go in as Donald JR 1EAT at FRI. I go ahead and log in. And then I go to the 9 items here. Click on Drive. And I'd like to just pause here for a second. You saw how I created class guidelines in a few lessons back, but I'd like to say something here that I feel it's very important for us as educators to be aware of, and that is the world of mobile devices. And I know you all are very familiar with the world of mobile devices, but in February 2014, basically an article came out that showed that access to the internet for the first time was more through mobile devices than it was through personal computers. So what does that mean? That means there is a trend coming into our classroom, in our workplaces, where people are going to be accessing the internet more so on a mobile device than on a PC. So let me go ahead and I'm going to have you share my mobile device. Let me go ahead and pop it up here. And I'm using something that's a combination of several tools. You're welcome to ask me through email how I actually show my iPhone on my PC. It's actually very simple. And let's just go to Google Docs. I have an application here. I click on Docs, and you'll notice class guidelines are sitting right there. Now I can go ahead on my mobile device, click on class guidelines, and I'll do that right now. And I can just go ahead and type. I'm going to hit return, and at the top I'm going to say hello. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but you can imagine a scenario where one day your classroom is going to be a paperless classroom. And you're going to be giving homework assignments, and students are going to be collaborating. And you'll have some assignments that are going to be so exciting, they're going to be walking outside of your classroom into their parents' car, and while they're on the freeway, with the parents driving, of course, they're going to be interacting with you on their mobile device and asking about homework. Now, the comment about paperless society, that's a phrase that's actually been used since the 80s. I actually don't believe we're actually going to get to a point of a paperless society, but I just want to start helping you think in terms of how to take advantage of the fact that there are mobile devices in the hands of your students. Now, I realize not all students have mobile devices, but the wave is coming. So let's go ahead and now create a Google slide. I click on New. I click on Google Slides. You'll see at the top here, once again, I can go ahead and name the slide. And it's showing me that I can select several themes. I'm not going to worry about this, but you can select a theme if you like. I'm just going to click the X and go with the plain vanilla. And so we go ahead and we type in, teachers need support. This is the presentation I want to give. It says click here to add title. And before I do that, I just want to show you that the main 7 components are still here with Google Slides as they were in Google Documents and Google Spreadsheet. You have the title, you have the menu bar or toolbar, you have basically the formatting area, you have the main body, those are the first 4 sections. You have commenting area, and you can share 2 other sections. And then once you share, you can do a group chat. You also have an 8th section with Google Slides, and that is to present. And when you click on this, this goes to full screen and lets you present things. And so we can go ahead and click here, and I'll just say teachers need support. I am very passionate about this. I work with teachers. My wife is in the Los Angeles School District in the public school system. She's a teacher working with about 30 students. Both of my kids are in the Los Angeles Unified School District, and I know some of you listening to this are all across the country, but we all know this. Teachers are busy and need support. So I am going to give a presentation where I am going to trumpet the need for teachers needing support. So that's my beginning slide. To add a second slide, just go to here, click plus, and that brings you to your next slide. Supporting data. Well, for those of us who are in the Los Angeles School District, no raises in 7 years. There have been no raises. There's 600,000 students, and we definitely need support for English learner development and EIPs. So, there's 73% are of the wonderful Hispanic background. I love Spanish. I'm in my 4th year of Spanish, by the way. And so there's a big need. 600,000 students, 73% of Hispanic background. The teachers need the support. There's standards that are always coming our way, whether it's technology standards, Common Core standards, No Child Left Behind standards, Race to the Top standards. They're always coming, and we're always trying to deal with the next thing. Just let me teach, some of us teachers are saying, and some of you all are saying. Now, understandably, I support the standards that help the education, but in many of the school districts, teachers are getting exhausted. Now, don't take this as a political message. This is just me as a teacher who, me and my wife, we work probably 60 hours a week on education. So that's another reason why we need support. Okay, so what's the solution? We add another item, a slide, solution. I would like to see a coffee on my desk by 7:30 every morning. Okay? That's a solution that I feel would make me much more happier. Smaller class size, a computer or tablet or mobile device for all my students, and 2-week fully paid Hawaii trips with salary commensurate with work. Okay, that is my solution. Okay, so please don't take this presentation and walk out the streets with this. I'm somewhat playing here. I'm somewhat not playing, but I just want to show you how to use Google Slides. So that's basically it. Thank you for watching this. Remember, mobile is important. Google Documents is an excellent way to ride the coming mobile wave because everything's on the internet. And then lastly, let's hear it for all the teachers. We all need support. Thank you. Please go on to the reading section.